Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Today we have some of the minor movement on the front lines. I would say now the situation slowed down compared to what we saw a couple of days ago, but still Ukrainian army got some of the advantage in two of the regions. The hotspot is over here in Kharkiv and nowadays Lugansk region, and let's go to the timeline. I just want to show you the advancement of Ukrainian forces. So today is 7th for me, then I'm recording this video. So we advanced from Liman position towards Crimea, to Makiivka over here. And on the north part, we took this small village of Prody, and that gives us the way to the highway that is going all across to Crimea, all across the Kharkiv and Lugansk region. In general, the goal of Ukrainian army on the north is well understandable, and we're gonna we're gonna fight, let's say, for the Svatove city. I think next week, I expect on Tuesday. Why the advancement of Ukrainian army is slower here compared to the Kharkiv region? First of all, there is no surprise for Russian army. As it was in Kharkiv region, the second thing, very important, that we need to put new supplies and put our artillery systems closer to the front lines. That takes time. And that is why you may see the waves of the counterattack by Ukrainian army. So we have a counterattack for 1 week or so, then we have a break for a couple of weeks, and then again counterattack. Ukrainian side now has initiative on the front lines and during this war, and I think Russia cannot break this initiative and take it from Ukraine side. Even with mobilized soldiers, they will put to the front lines very soon. I do expect them arrive in 1 month or something. I mean massively. We see nowadays the mobilized soldiers start to appear on the front lines, but only those who got the military experience and passed some of the training. In general, they will be put for this war, I think, in 1 month. And here in Kherson region, the advancement changed a little bit. It's not that the Russia took their land back, it's just a map correction. As you can see, it was like that yesterday. Today, we can see it seems like Russia advanced. No, it's just a map correction, my friends, no worries about it. The deep state map.live resource already explained that stuff, but the main thing that we took Duchani village, and after that we may advance all across the Dnieper shores, and here the situation is more or less a standstill. Again, we're not offensive from Mykolaiv direction. What I want to tell my friends, that I do expect one more counterattack on the front lines. I will not say you where it will be, but I'm 99.9% sure that this autumn will be very hot for Russians, well, as well for Ukrainian army, because then you are attacking, you have much more losses compared to defending side. Russia has a weak spot. We need to use this time particular because they will send more mobilized soldiers, and it's very crucial for Ukraine to take more ground till the winter time. As you can see, we have counterattacks in opposite directions, far away from each other. Let's measure the distance from those parts of the front lines. Let's say 377 kilometers all across straight line. And Russia has their resources, let's say here, somewhere here, obviously in this area and here. And if they suffer here, they need to regroup their forces, let's say from this part, and it will take a long time for the forces to get to this area using Crimea logistics. So the local commanders ask for the help, for reinforcements, and they basically put their forces here, there. Okay, we need more forces over there, we need those forces over there. And we have the reports from Russian commanders themselves that the main command of the Russian army simply nowadays do not respond to their requests, even to their messages, and that is why they need to withdraw from some parts of the land, because they simply cannot adequately respond to our counterattack. So it's total chaos for them, and we need to use this time to continue push Russian army if we want to have success at this war. The main thing for us is to get more military supplies from our Western allies, and I would suggest to get more fighter jets, because our jets are Soviet-made, old school. If we'll have at least F-16s, that would change the outcome of this war. We will still win no matter what, but we'll have more losses with Soviet-made equipment. And yes, we have awesome support from our Western allies, just need more and more as usual. And before we go to the latest news and events, let me tell you about my Telegram channel, which is in a video description just below. You may subscribe for me there, and there I upload regularly current information about what is happening around the world and mainly around Ukraine and Russia. There I may publish the content that I cannot publish on YouTube, so I highly recommend you again to subscribe for me over there. We got the information coming from the Belarus, from our intelligence services and some of the journalists saying that 20 kamikaze drones Shahed 136 were delivered to the Belarusian airfield. It's very close to the western side, northwestern side of Ukraine, and probably they're gonna be used to attack the supply lines for the western-made equipment that is being delivered to our army on the eastern part, because as you can see, the distance here is enormously huge. It's more than 1,000 kilometers from the western border till the front lines, so they would have time to use their drones. And the drones are quite tricky because they may fly in the skies for a very long time, and then they see the target, they fly and attack. The good thing about those drones that you may hear them from the long distance and evacuate or hide somewhere to avoid being killed by those drones. From one side, those drones are simple, but from other side, they have the long range. They also hard to be spotted by the anti-aircraft systems. Still, our military command works nowadays to provide some protection against those drones, and they are very effective, my friends. President Joe Biden said about the direct threat from Russia and Putin himself, basically the nuclear war threat, and Biden said that Putin is not joking that he says about those threats. It doesn't mean that Putin will use nuclear weapons here or elsewhere. It means that United States and allies should be prepared for the possible reaction to that threat. For now, Pentagon continue to say that they do not see the signs of Russia preparing for the possible nuclear attack. Today there was the information about the G20 summit, and Indonesian ambassador in United Arab Emirates said that it's been confirmed that Putin and Zelensky will attend that summit. However, now we got the information from President Zelensky press office, and they say that the information is fake, and President Zelensky still thinks whether he needs to attend that summit that will go next month in Bali, Indonesia. I got some information from different resources saying that Airbase Shaikovka was under attack by Ukrainian drones. It's far away from Ukrainian border, around 350 kilometers, and to Moscow it's around 300 kilometers. So far away from our border, and it's said that we destroyed a couple of those airplanes, Tu-22 M3 strategic bombers that are used to fire rockets to Ukrainian side. I don't have any kind of reliable resources or any kind of the pictures stating that this information is 100% correct, so I just leave it for now as it is. Elon Musk continued his tweets. I will not put attention to that person any longer. Today we got reports that Starlink is not working fine on the eastern part of Ukraine, and also I ordered the Starlink. It should have been delivered to me yesterday, but I got the call that it's been delayed for unknown reason, and probably my package was lost or was cancelled. Kind of interesting here, he says, I'm a big fan of Ukraine, but not World War III. If we go back to the history just before the World War II, Neville Chamberlain said similar words. He was a big fan of Czechoslovakia, but was afraid of World War II. Interesting case. As you know, Russians are running away from mobilization, basically men. So there were a couple of friends who took the boat and they crossed 400 kilometers across the channel that divides Russian territory and Alaska. They were spotted by the Coast Guard patrol and delivered to Anchorage. Good news from Spain. Our guys went for the training to use the anti-aircraft systems. Those are called as spied and will be delivered to Ukraine by the Spain side. Awesome. Russian, or it's better to say Soviet-made old-school tank T-62 was trophied by Ukrainian army. As you can see, it has the grill on top, which doesn't help at all against javelins or NLAWs. And here I think it has some sort of the damage. Those tanks are not very effective. However, those are still tanks. They can run and they can shoot. And if Russia has many of those, that is the big threat for our army as well. My friends, as you can see, not many news as for today. But anyways, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation in Ukraine. Don't forget to press the like to this video because it helps to propel my content around YouTube. And also, if you want to support this channel financially, there are some of the links in the video description below. You may support me on Patreon, PayPal or Donatella, whichever you like. My friends, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.